We're back. Welcome to VGotM, episode number 25.
25.
Yeah, 25.
Oh, yeah, 25. Okay, good.
Oh my god.
All right, I already killed the YouTube algorithm by saying shit in the first 5 seconds, but that's okay.
Oh man,
It's okay.
Hey, did you say shit?
Already, yeah. Shit.
Oh fuck. You just said it again.
Well, you better watch your fucking language.
Slamming ass, sorry.
Stop stealing my phrase.
We all need our own catchphrases at some point. You've all heard them.
So
But
far, I have "Is it gay?" and "slamming ass."
You can't have. I don't think you get is a gay answer. You
he
definitely
absolutely
get
gets
ass.
is a gay. He gets is
Yeah.
a gay.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
That was my.
Oh, that was definitely his thing,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
He has it tattooed across his forehead.
That is
I mean,
true.
those two phrases do kind of go together too.
slamming ass.
Slamming ass is it gay?
Yeah, yeah. Is slamming ass gay? Just combining them.
Right. Well, we're here with Angry and Chief and Ninja and Salty Dog, now Salty Giraffe, and Witherbottom and Happy Hawaiian.
Welcome to the herd.
Yes, basically everybody is here.
The tower.
Everybody's
with all of you
transitioning
one
to a
day.
giraffe.
I'm Wither Giraffe now.
What?
Nice.
What?
Actually, just hold on. I'm
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
distracted the entire
Wither-
podcast now
wither
trying
ass.
to make a mid-journey AI thing. Oh, I should.
I already made you a jar giraffe.
I don't need a jar giraffe. I was going to do a wither giraffe.
Oh, like a Minecraft wither.
It's like just like a shriveled old giraffe, withered.
No comment on his
shriveled old-
penis, though.
Shriveled old long neck.
Shriveled, long neck.
Ninja's already like regretting coming on this episode.
Oh,
You don't like
man.
thinking about Witherbottom's shriveled long neck?
I mean, just getting jealous. Everybody else talking
It's
about
not the only thing that's withered.
I'm more of a tortoise neck, you know. Pop out of my shell every now and then.
Go
Like the guy
inside
we saw at
yourself.
the gym today.
Oh, yeah.
More of a box turtle myself.
So
Okay,
this
let's get
guy-
back on track.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy at the gym today was doing pull-ups, and his range of motion was like 0.5 inches.
Literally,
Oh, man.
he was looking like this.
Oh,
Yeah, it
man.
looked like he was just like kind of like pelvic thrusting forward, like while holding onto the bar.
Amazing.
I was like, "What exercise? What in the Planet Fitness is going on?"
And I
right
was like,
now?
"Oh, this is a CrossFitter."
Wow.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
funny.
Happy Hawaiian.
I don't know if I count as a CrossFitter.
Are you a CrossFitter?
No.
I was wondering why you were jumping on boxes the whole time.
Yeah, he came on the
That's a
vegan
treat.
retreat and just jumped from box to box. That's how he traveled.
You ever do box jumps like back in the day in like
Oh,
high
yeah.
school and stuff? It's like so the top one, like the super high one, is just it's so
54 inches,
terrifying
isn't it?
to jump. Yeah, it's so terrifying to jump it.
Those were my favorite. I like box jumps.
I was always
like-
good at those.
Like I could make it to the top one, but every time I'm like those, like when you see a cat about to jump and they're like calculating and their like hips are
Yeah.
wiggling and stuff. They're like
You
running
do
their
that?
cat math. I felt like I
Cat
had to
math.
sit there and do cat math for a little
Cat
bit
math?
before doing it. Yeah, cat math. You've
Cats are
never
very
seen them?
good at math.
Have you seen a cat before? When they're trying to jump on your bathroom counter or something like that, like they just
They
sit
run
there
all
and
the numbers, and they
yeah,
I love
and
it when
they-
they wipe out though.
they
also
stick their face up, their pupils dilate to like 4,000%, and they sit there and their back hips just like wiggle back and forth, and then sometimes they abort and they're like,
yeah, they double check their work. They double check their work every time.
They're like, the calculations are wrong. I'm not doing it. And then other times they'll go for it, and sometimes when they go for it, like their feet slide out from under them, and that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run all the numbers. They're like Cat NASA. They're checking with Cat NASA.
Am I clear for takeoff?
Yeah.
Oh man,
What
Well,
would,
Man,
what would a cat's
it's been
rocket
2
man
minutes
be?
and we've derailed.
perfect. It's exactly
Perfectly.
what I.
Oh, yeah. What are we here to talk about this month?
Well, we're going to talk.
Are we
about
live?
yes, we are.
Yes, we've been live.
We're going to talk about Elite Dangerous. We're going to talk about beards, apparently. Let's see. Look at the show map.
Actual beards or like
No, it was just
Pride Month
apparently
beards.
Witherbottom's going to do a Mongolian throat singing performance.
Oh yeah, I've been practicing.
you're gonna give us a Mongolian throat job?
No.
Don't you mean oh?
Ooh, ooh,
I don't know if y'all knew this, but the month of June was Pride Month this year. So
Is it?
We should probably talk about that.
Just
a
this
little
year?
bit. Yeah. It's the first annual Pride Month. They might have another first annual next year.
I didn't
Is
even
it actually
notice.
the first one? It's felt so gay the last few years.
No, it was a Summer of Love 3 years ago.
Gotcha.
Whenever we lit everything on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, they.
We're going to talk about some politics because we have to talk about RFK.
So disappointing.
and- see, what else did we got? And we
Yeah.
got some Call of Duty and other stuff. Oh, yes. Oh, here's something that is definitely. We're going to skip right into this, and then we'll go to. I have to. Oh shit! I have to set everything up again. Fuck. Tell me more about cats calculating. Angry.
Well, I don't know that there's more to it than that.
No.
It's
All
just-
right, hang on.
Why don't you break the process down step by step?
Wait.
I mean,
Jarna,
yes,
did you
but-
have the same physics professor I did? Did you take physics?
College or high school?
Yeah, in college.
Mm,
I had this kooky physics professor who loved his cats, and that's all his lessons were about. His cat was named Yum Yum, and he's like, and he's German, right? He's like, if Yum Yum wants to jump on the counter, what angle does Yum Yum need to jump at? Like that was like all his all his lessons were like, Yum Yum needs to get past the door. What direction is Yum Yum? Like how much force does Yum Yum need to jump over? Like that's all his lessons were about.
I mean, that's
How
Wow.
you don't want
that's
the cats to
physics.
surpass us in physics ability.
All right. Well, we're going to start this off because talking about Angry's favorite person.
I feel like I have so many.
Yeah, I know.
RFK.
Is it,
AOC.
Is it? No, is it?
Amaranth.
It is Amaranth.
yes.
Well done. So we had this issue, or YouTube has this issue, and Twitch has this issue, where a new competitor is on the scene. They are Kick, Kick.com. They have apparently gave who did they get first? It was one of the big YouTubers or big streamers. They got paid $100 million to have them go over to Kick. Kick's backed by crypto gambling websites, so it's totally on the up and up. They've got infinite money. They're basically printing money like the U.S. government. But Amaranth has decided where to go.
Are they just turning
time.
Kick into OnlyFans?
Well, basically is what's going on. But she apparently got a thing too. So I guess we'll listen in.
I can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
You can?
Chat,
I
let us know
can't.
what it's saying.
It's just really
I
quiet.
can.
but-
I can. I
Might
can
be
barely
quiet.
hear it.
Chat, what is it saying?
Oh yeah. This stream is not for kids.
And it was like in the first like.
Oh, we're just
We
looking
really-
right down at
we-
him,
we
huh?
don't really
Is
need
no one
sound
going to
for
acknowledge the tits in the lower part of the picture?
We don't need sound.
Wait, was she holding a cell phone?
Yeah. Is there supposed to be sound in this?
Oh.
What's she going to do with that giant pickle?
Can
Oh, I
y'all
hear it now.
Okay. She's
I heard
just
it
really
now.
quiet. Her sound sucks.
Are we in the pickle?
Hold on. Go back a little bit.
Point of view.
Go back a little bit.
And
Not
pause.
that, not that part. Not that part. Not that part.
What part?
Go
What part?
a little farther.
Right, pause,
Yeah,
pause,
right
pause.
there.
Zoom in. Zoom in.
Oh yeah, step on me.
Oh man.
Oh,
We got a
Oh, you
degenerate
took
in
it too
chat.
far. Oh, you,
That's
It's called
disgusting.
kick.
Oh.
Oh, my
where
bad.
did I
Kick
see?
me.
I think I saw in some documentary or something. People have a fetish of watching like fat people step on stuff and squish it.
Oh yeah. So in response, YouTube decided to
Shit,
lower
I've been
the
meaning to bring
requirement.
this up.
This is how I make my money.
I step on like cakes.
YouTube
wait.
decided to lower the requirements to join their partner program. So we only need 500 subscribers now instead of 1,000.
How much do AI subscribers go for nowadays?
I don't know. If you buy them, I will not give you any money.
500 can't be that much.
But yeah. So we just have to last
Oh,
long
maybe
enough
if you
that
get it at
YouTube keeps
Goodwill.
lowering the requirements that we can become partnered.
Partnered with what?
That's how we get monetized.
Oh shit.
So we only need 500 people listening
Jeez.
to us.
Bye, Happy Hawaiian. He just went to go start his own YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's like, all right, BRB. I'm going to be back with
BRB.
500 subscribers.
wait, was Amaranth holding a cell phone in that video?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I didn't notice
I-
either.
yeah,
My
I didn't
favorite
notice.
shot was looking like she's typing, and it's like strategically just has her tits in
Yeah,
the
that was a
This-
hilarious shot. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything else.
Ah,
Wither-
welcome.
Hey, what's up,
Weatherbottom?
Witherbottom?
What's up?
All right, we can.
I don't
add
know
to
if
the
it's
beard
working or not.
comparison.
Okay.
Oh, we
So-
see it's still. a
I
picture
feel
of
like
your
it's
face
just
right now.
stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
at least
right.
there's a picture,
I
right?
cannot believe how light it is there.
I'm trying.
Oh, I see you.
All right.
But he's frozen.
We
Yeah.
decided collectively to play Elite Dangerous this month.
Yeah.
Mostly because
Of what Witherbottom said.
sold us on it.
Yeah, Weatherbottom really.
Yeah.
sold it.
I stand by what I
You-
said.
Witherbottom, have you ever considered a career change into sales? Because you convinced
mean,
all of us.
I kind of do sales a little bit,
Oh,
but
that's just
you know, I stand by what I said. I stand by it.
Okay.
And
Well,
I don't know. I mean,
I think this
after-
is a fantastic game. It
Yeah,
is.
it was
After how well you sold this and how terrible it is, I think you could
Okay,
take
wait,
up,
wait,
it is
You could,
not
like-
terrible.
you could take up selling like cigarettes in a cancer ward or something. Like
So
Ice to Snowman.
I mean, for me, this game is not terrible, and so I can say I can sell it because I really enjoy it. But for you, apparently, it's terrible, and so you know, it's like
Okay. All right.
And you can't play for less than an hour and then say it's terrible.
You can if
I
he wants to
did.
get a
I
refund.
can.
You've never met
I mean-
Henry.
you know, I've got $71 in my Steam account right now, and you know what happened?
The summer sale.
Summer sale happened, so I refunded this and got my $71 back. Who's smart now?
You spent $71 on the game.
Yeah, that's how much it cost.
oh wow, I
You
only
could have
spent
got
like
it for like
15
$20.
bucks.
Yeah, you could have got it for like $20.
Oh well,
But
I
then he
don't
couldn't
know.
have
I bought
refunded it.
whatever was. Yeah, bought it on Steam.
Doesn't matter now.
Okay.
Technically,
so-
I didn't even buy it at this point.
So, Salty, Witherbottom, explain to us what Elite Dangerous is about.
Explain yourselves.
I'll let you handle that with a bomb. You're better at it.
Well, I mean, that's okay. So I would say that Elite Dangerous is a spaceship captain simulator set far in the future. It's in the Milky Way galaxy. The universe is extrapolated from the data we know now, and it's procedurally generated from there. So the star systems we know about now, they're all like accurate distances from Earth, and then they kind of like procedurally generate like out to make universe bigger. So there's still unexplored planets. There's still like all these things that are like currently like unknown in this galaxy, but it's based on real world data.
So when you say unexplored planets, what does that mean? Like, are there?
I mean, there's locations that have not.
Exoplanets.
Yeah, there's locations that have not been discovered yet, and if you were the first person to discover them, then you'll get your name like on the planet, like this was first discovered by this person or whatever. So there's still like a whole like massive range of like this universe, this galaxy that hasn't been explored by the players. And they kind of keep on like I think I could be wrong, but I think they kind of keep on like it's procedurally generated, so they keep on like expanding it out and out and out as people get further and further out. So you start the game as a captain. You get this like basic ship. There's a whole range of things you can do. You can do like trade, so you can pick up cargo and move it from one system to another. You can pick up passengers and like take them on like tourists. You can mine, you can be a bounty hunter, you can do exobiology where you land on planets and scan things. You can be a pirate, you can be, an outlaw, you can just like, be a bad guy. So there's really like you can do whatever you want in this universe, and there's really no objective to the game other than like existing in it. So there's that's why I would really call it more like a simulator rather than like a video game. There's like it's just like the point of the game is just to like inhabit the universe.
I'm sorry.
And there's a
Sorry,
whole lot
I
of
have to interrupt real quick. Are we called
Okay.
simulator of the month, or are we called video game of the month?
Thank you.
Anyway, continue with your bottom.
I'm just saying there's a lot of
Wow,
of
you hurt
user
his feelings.
I know.
No,
I
no,
can
no.
feel it through the.
No, no, no,
through
no, no,
the
no, no,
mic.
no.
He's so hurt right now.
There's a lot of like user generated content in the game, so like a lot of the stuff is like there's a pretty good fan base, and they kind of like do events just from the user. So it's not like devs putting on things. It's like the players in the game coming together and like making these things happen.
So can you give
which
an,
is
like an
interesting.
example? Because we didn't make it to the end of the like. I didn't
Well,
make
there is no end.
Well, but there's an end game
Right.
kind of thing. It's an MMO kind of like you have an end game where you get to like, okay, we've gotten to this certain level. Like I know it's not like a level like you hit level 50, but there is a level kind of like I have achieved this ship class. But what is a user generated content in this look like?
So I think Salty, you could probably speak a little bit more about this than I can. But there's like the whole like the Booze Cruise thing where there's like this ship like basically parked way outside the universe, and like once every
Can't
like
be outside
month
the
or whatever.
universe.
Well, yeah, it's outside the galaxy. Excuse me. So,
Yes.
it's like above the galaxy. Yeah, Salty, take it over.
So it's like just the Booze Cruise. Once every month, a public holiday happens in a system 5,000 light years outside of the galaxy. And it's a 6 to 8 hour flight by carrier. You can't get there in a ship. But pretty much like once you get to the point where you just need money, you can make billions of credits in a matter of days up there. And it's only one time a month.
Okay. So
But there's player groups that will like if you run out of gas somewhere, you can go online and be like, "Hey, I'm out of fuel here," and there people will come and like rescue you. So there's a lot of different like player groups, and I feel like there's a lot of like positive player creation or like player generated content within this game.
Yeah, there's a ton of that.
In my limited playing and watching of people play, think for me this falls into the category of a ton of stuff to do, like very high, maybe even like high density stuff to do. It just didn't like give you much of a reason to do it.
I mean, yeah, there is no objective, right? There's no like go kill this person or go do this. It's just like see what you can do in this. It's a sandbox, right? It's a galactic sandbox. It's like go see what you can do in this environment. And for some people that's fun, and some people it's not.
So, like early on, Witherbottom telling me that it was a simulator is what made me able to enjoy it a lot more. Because then when I got on, I wasn't like, all right, I'm gonna be like, a usual game kind of rewards you for any time that you put in by like giving you loot or something. And this you may get some credits or stuff, but for me, I really just kind of was there to like fly around and dock at space stations and move cargo and go down to planets and investigate stuff and just kind of like feel spacey, you know. And then like whenever we had a group of people doing it, it was even better, And that's what this is on screen.
with about an aura.
So what's happening here on the stream?
We were doing a bounty hunter mission, which is just like one of the types of missions that you can do. So it's just, basically someone says, all right, I want you to go kill this person because they've, like broken this law or whatever. So you go and you try and kind of infiltrate whatever base they're in to try and kill them and then get out without being killed yourself and then turn in the bounty. So pretty straightforward, but you get to do all the cool like space things. Like here, I've been circling around this planet trying to get close enough and at a speed at which I could enter the atmosphere without like going too fast. Then that way I can glide down to the surface actually faster than if I had just tried to like ram into the planet.
And so I would say this is like a very like dense game. Like there's so much to it, and if you're just like if your first couple times playing, you just don't understand it, and then once you've done it a couple times, or like once you've crashed into a planet a couple times, like then it starts to make sense. Like oh, this is like, or you have someone like Salty who is like, oh hey, by the way, this means this, and you're like, oh that makes total sense now that you said it. And now I can now I know, and I've learned from that, and now I can do better next time around. So
I think I actually disagree a little bit on the density of it. I think that this is, to me, like as I was playing, it's a very much a mile wide of like infinite possibilities of things, but every possibility is basically like go here, like just kind of drive here. Like do this or fly or space. I don't know what it's called. Is it flying in space? Can you fly without air?
Let's say so.
But it felt like it was very shallow in terms of like the complexity of things going on.
I would disagree with that.
Okay.
Just I don't know. We already saw the clip. It already popped up, but you saw I went to go fight the Thargoids, which are the aliens of Elite.
And you got your ass kicked.
I got my ass kicked. Now, I spent, 80 million, 100 million credits on that ship, and I outfitted it like crazy. Okay. But the thing is, Thargoids have completely different, like, movesets, attacks, like, mechanics than any other part of the game. And, like, so even after, I have a few thousand hours in the game. So even after a few thousand hours, I still am, like, learning things about this game and, like, how things work. So I think there's a lot.
How many thousands of hours?
I think over 2,000. Yeah, 2,500.
Wow. You spent a year in this game.
Shit.
And you're open. Like
yeah,
the launcher does stay open, and that does run up the.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I think, but the Salty and I talked about this. Like my frustration came from with the game was a lot of hidden behind not well designed menus, where it's like as soon as like okay, I kind of want to go, like I want to take off type of thing. Like the auto launch works, that's great, but like there's a certain point where suddenly I don't know what to do and I don't know where to find it, and it was frustrating because this is a kind of game that I should love. Like interesting like horizontally, in my opinion, horizontally complex things, but and like solving these kind of problems and stuff like that. But I found myself just frustrated, be like, I know I can do this, or it told me this once. I have no idea where to go for this. I have no idea what to do. Like you get a one of the first things I did was go to a space station, and it took me 30-45 minutes to understand like just the frame shift drive after going through the tutorial. Like, oh, there's a like a big jump frame shift drive and a short jump frame shift drive. Nowhere explained anywhere. And if Salty had not told me that, hey, rebind these to 2 different keys and then use this in the system, in the star system, and use this when you want to go from star system to star system, I would have been completely lost and probably have refunded the game. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, in terms of like, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And like, a single button is supposed to take me somewhere and it's not doing it.
I do think those aspects of the game definitely could be better.
I think like one of my
with
first
telling people how things work.
One of my early complaints was like, I don't think the devs actually play the game.
Yeah, I would say that's very true. There was
I
a
agree.
lot of moments where I was like, they didn't really think this one through. Like, this could have been done way better.
Well, and what's funny is it was way worse when I started playing the game a few years ago. There was no tutorial, and it just dropped you in the galaxy with your ship, and they didn't tell you how to do anything.
I skipped it.
Nice.
Oh.
So
I only made it about halfway through the tutorial.
Okay. All right.
Well,
You
and
pretty
like
much skipped it.
with the Odyssey tutorial that I did, it was like the 90% of the tutorial was like this, like running around first person shooter, and then I get into a spaceship and they're like, okay, go fly. I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, that was where I got to.
I do think like Salty and I were talking about this the other day, and I think that Elite Dangerous has a unsaid promise when you start at the game. Like there's this idea in your head of like this giant galaxy. I don't know. Can you go between galaxies in this game?
No.
There's only one galaxy.
Just one. Okay, so this giant galaxy and this unseen frontiers. Like you can go explore, you can go like meet, do these things, see things that people have never seen before. Kind of like what No Man's Sky did when they were going on their hype. But there is this kind of like, and space kind of just lends itself to that. There's this sense of promise given to the player, and it felt very unfulfilled after playing through it a little bit. Like I was like, oh, I can go explore, I can go do all these things. I'm really excited to go and check these things out. And then I get there and I have some missions. Like I like you go there, you eventually find the missions. They said, hey, go to this place, pick this up, bring it back. And then I'm like, okay, I can get like 50,000 credits for doing this, or 100,000 credits for doing this. And then you go to a new place and it says, okay, you can get 100,000 credits for going to this place and bringing it back. And so I don't know if there's like, Salty, you mentioned that you can get like millions or billions of credits for doing something later. It's like, it's all just still seems to me just like going to this place, grabbing this item and bringing it back. And it's like, I do it in a bigger ship, but it doesn't, there was no, like the day-to-day of it wasn't super compelling. Or the minute by minute.
I will personally say I started having a lot more fun when I stopped trying to do the missions. Like the missions are just kind of like you said, like go here and do this and then bring it back.
They felt very like MMO-ish.
Yeah.
What if they had pitched it as like a space trucking simulator? Would your expectations have been that better?
Probably.
Yeah.
And essentially that's what the missions are, right? Like if you go and do the missions, like that's what it is like, yeah, go pick this up, bring it back, or go find this and bring it to me or whatever. And I feel like I started having a lot more fun in the game when I stopped just trying to find a mission to do and started just like exploring by myself, or like when Salty, showed me how to do exobiology, we're like exploring these different planets. Like that kind of stuff was where I started having more fun, was I was stopped grabbing the the AI generated missions and started just like exploring the galaxy. That's when I started having more fun.
Right. And so
For me personally.
I do think that like every game, like to go back to counter my point a little bit, every game can be boiled down to like a little thing. Like Diablo 4 is like, go here, click on this enemy, press this button, and you cast a spell and do this. What like the enjoyment I think comes from like these little random events. And so I think that one thing that they should add, and I don't know if they have it or not, but they should add is like if you go do one of these missions that they give you, you then like you have a chance of something happening where say you go on a bounty, you go kill somebody, and he drops an item that you then have to go take that somewhere else in the galaxy. And then you start going around and it pushes you out further from where you thought where you were before. And like that can happen. And it's a random event. And suddenly like $100,000 bounty turns into $1 million, like returning item quest because this random event happened versus this. I know exactly like if I want to get a fleet carrier, which costs, I don't know, $3 trillion.
$5 billion.
Okay, $5 billion. I can basically break it down and say, okay, this is I can sell silver for between 40,000 and 50,000 credits per mine, so I know exactly how much I have to do. And as soon as it turns into a spreadsheet like that, I'm going to start losing interest. Like if I can basically nail it down, be like, it's going to take me 2,500 hours in order to get a fleet carrier, I don't want to play anymore. If it's going to be like, hey, during that 2,500 hours, like you can have these random jumps and the gameplay itself is fun, which the gameplay itself was like, after I got into it a little bit, I didn't mind flying around. I really enjoyed that. But if it had those little jumps, I think it would be so much more enjoyable to have like a little bit of randomness sprinkled in.
I mean, could be wrong, but I feel like that's a little bit pointing into like the thought of having an end goal in the game. Like there's an end objective. Like I need to get to this thing. And I feel like I feel like there isn't really an end goal in this game. It's like I feel like it's literally just like see what's
going on.
You're
just hanging out.
You just hang out in this environment and see what you can get up to. Like see what trouble you can get into.
Stumbled onto a whole new category of videos that's really enthralling me, which is people cleaning rugs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how does this relate to our conversation?
I'm honestly just as bored with the conversation as I was with the game.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. What if in the game the whole first like 5 hours was a really compelling story where you're limited to one planet and you have a whole like.
That's what I thought it was going to be more of like a thing to do, and then the end game was just kind of exploring. But
well, like, let's say you make all these emotional connections to a character, then you have this big bounty you can go.
Do I get to fuck the character?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is
you
Mass
can go get
Effect.
it.
Come on.
You can go make a bunch of money flying to this other planet. When you come back, the time dilution means your entire family and everyone you know is dead, and the planet has moved on like 200 years and evolved. That would be interesting.
Yes, I don't know.
That would definitely be an elite dangerous thing to do.
So, was the game elite or dangerous?
It was definitely
dangerous.
dangerous.
It's definitely dangerous.
Dangerous.
So I mean, I feel like it just depends on what you want, right? Like if you want a first-person shooter, go play Mass Effect. If you want like a planet exploration game, go play No Man's Sky. You know, it's just like there's kind of what you want, and this is kind of just like a broad spectrum. Like here's a galactic sandbox. Go live in this universe. For me personally, I have never been happy when a game dumbs itself down.
I agree.
And there's multiple games I can think of, and I feel like these like we joke about the devs not playing the game, but like I feel like they have a vision for this game and they've stuck to it. And like Salty, you said when you started it was even worse, like even harder. And so yeah, there are a lot of ways where they could have made this game easier or like more accessible to the masses. But I feel like every time I've played a game that intentionally goes and says, okay, I'm going to make myself easier to appeal to more people, I'm always pissed off about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think the counterpoint is that I just don't want to fight the game when I want to play it. Like,
well, I feel like once you learn, once you learn it, like I agree, like the learning curve is steep and really, really tough. But once you kind of know, understand the mechanics, I feel like you kind of know what to do and you can go through it. But it is a very steep learning curve. Sorry, I cut you off, Darnon.
No, that was a good response. As far as like the goal of the game, though, I mean, like every time you sit down and play a game, you have like a goal, and when you have a broad open world game like this, even in Skyrim, like, I had a goal when I was playing Skyrim that was self-set of like I wanted to join the Dark Brotherhood, and as soon as I did, I was just like, okay, I'm kind of done with the game. Like when I play World of Warcraft, I was like, I want to
It's
beat
just
all
a
the
Vada
bosses.
Kedavra quest.
Right, or the Hogwarts Legacy. Like, as soon as I get a Vada Kedavra, I don't care about playing it anymore. Like, so you like, yes, and I like this. This is what one of the frustrations I think I have with it is like, this is a game that I should like. This is a game where it's like it gives the player emergent player behavior. It's like there's all sorts of community going on. There's this, and it's just like, and I couldn't get into it. Like it felt like there was a chasm,
A barrier
between
to entry.
Yeah, well, a chasm between where I felt like I was like finally understood the game because I put about 20 hours into it, like, I was like, and then I was like, but I don't understand how to get here, and the only way I understand how is how the game has taught me so far, or how the world has taught me so far, is to continue doing what I have been doing, which is very boring.
Yeah. So for me, like some of the fun I had was like, oh, today I'm gonna try mining. Like I'm gonna go like outfit my ship and try some mining, or today I'm gonna go do this, or today I'm gonna like try something different. And I feel like, again, like going back to the idea of like this being more of like a simulator than a game. Like if I was to go be like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna become something else. Like I wouldn't have any idea what I'm doing, right?
Sure.
And so like I would have to either like find someone who can help me, or I'd have to go to the internet and figure out what to do.
And then you have a random person come up and be like, hey, you want to make 2 million credits just by sitting here? That's what Salty was.
No,
Yeah.
no, that was exobiology, and I taught them how to do it themselves.
No, like when I
Make
first
their
got
own
in,
money.
like the first hour, you're like, hey, come over here, I'll make you $1 million. I was like, I don't know what credits are good for. Come on, like, give me a break.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to teach you how to do exobiology, is what I was doing.
I feel like
Yeah.
exobiology is just futuristic plastic surgery.
Is
Right?
there a lot of money in
Hot
plastic
take.
surgery?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Then,
very much.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like.
So like I mean if I like kind of like what Ninja was saying, if you think about this game more of like a simulator, then you can think like, oh, you know, like if I was putting myself in this environment and I wanted to go and like completely switch career paths, yeah, that might take like some time to figure out what's going on versus being able to just like change a loadout and all of a sudden you're the best miner ever, you know? I don't know. There's like, you know, I'm not saying it's like a good thing or a bad thing. It's just like I think that's
It's a
how they
thing.
wanted the game to be. It's a thing, yeah.
Unique. Why I'm keeping it downloaded. It's a unique experience. I can't get out of any other game.
Definitely a fun one.
He said unique.
Well, I said fun.
I enjoy it.
Hey, I said I'm keeping it downloaded. That should tell you a lot.
I would definitely say this
Wow.
is the most controversial game we've played so far.
You
Definitely.
think so?
I think so.
Either that or if Terraria Angry's single hatred of that game could probably account for everyone's hatred of this game.
You know what? I would rather play Terraria than this.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wow,
All right.
okay.
Okay. All right.
I think I played this less than New World.
Did you really?
I played
Hold
New
on,
World
I can
a lot,
tell
but
you.
I tried really hard.
So
to
I
like
got
it.
1 hour in Elite Dangerous. Shit, what was the name of that
I
game?
think the clip
Terraria?
just
New
got
World.
played.
New World.
No,
I just restarted
No,
it.
no, New World.
No.
New World.
Where is it? I have too many games. I have 4.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
In Terraria or New World?
New World. Oh, let me see Terraria.
I don't think you even played Terraria.
I did. So that I can't remember. I feel like I was doing something that month, and y'all were like moving so fast, so I was like perpetually behind, and I wasn't terribly into it.
So one thing I really liked about Elite Dangerous is that there's different modes you can play. You can play open play, you can play a private match, or you can play solo play. But they all put you in like the same environment. So if I go somewhere in solo play, I'm there when I go back into open play or in like a private match. So that was kind of cool how like even if you're like just like you don't want to play with anybody else online, if you want to play solo play, you're still like perpetuating in the same environment, if that makes sense. I thought that was pretty cool. So like, you know, if I'm playing with Jarnod in his like private server and I go into solo play and I go fly 100 light years somewhere else, when I try to hop in with Jarnod, I'm still 100 light years away, even though I did all that in solo play. So I thought that was kind of a cool way to handle. The other thing I really liked was that there was it's got like consequences. Like there's no like save, right? So if you go do something dumb, like shoot Salty's ship carrier and get exploded,
I would never.
Looking at you, Jarn.
you're
No,
dead.
Okay. I started off the game real quick. I started off the game and I go along and I go up and I'm doing my first ever mission and I go in there and these guys come up and they scam me. And then
You let those dudes scan you?
They let them scam me. And then they're like, and I'm like, I'm trying to find this one dude. So I'm looking around and I'm like, and Salty's like, well, don't shoot them. I was like, well, can I scan them? Because it seems like they scan me. I should be able to scan them. And he's like, yeah, you can scan them. And
I did not say that.
did
You
too.
do not put words in my mouth. Do not put words in my mouth. I said, I answered your question with another question. Do you want to die? Is what I said.
But no. You said, but you also said it's like, well, I don't know what's going to happen if you scan them.
Yeah.
Like, so you probably can. And I was like, okay. So I scanned him.
But
I got
the
shot
odds are
immediately.
you would have died. Yeah.
Shot immediately. I stopped listening to
Remind
Salty's
me.
advice after that.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Whenever
God.
we're hanging out, not to tell you
So-
to do anything dangerous, ironically.
Anyways, what I was trying to say is that
Oh.
whether you're in solo play or an open play or whatever, if you make a bad decision and you get killed, there's still consequences. Like you can't just reload your save. Like, yeah, you have to like pay for your ship to get flown to wherever, or you have to like pay for whatever. And so regardless of if you're in solo play or open play or whatever, there's consequences for your actions. And you have to, you know, be prepared for that.
Yeah, I ran out of gas multiple times.
Fuel
Should've
scoop,
called-
baby.
Should have called the fuel rats.
I was in a private group.
You know, you can hop into solo, you can hop into open, and you'd still be there. We just talked about this.
Oh.
That's the beauty of it.
Ah.
Okay, I feel like
Yeah.
nobody else wants to talk about the game.
No,
I've
I mean,
contributed
yeah.
the
I
I've
loved
made-
it. I think it's great. I'm going to continue to play. It's
So-
not for everybody.
I forget what year this game actually came out in,
2015.
because it came out a long time ago. When did you say? What did you say,
Isn't it
Jarno?
I think it was
2017 or something?
2015.
So if you
2015?
look, if you look at
2015, yeah.
their, if you look at their copyright, it's 1984 to present day, and I think the 1984 it was an old school like 2D version.
Yeah, so this is a spiritual successor to an old game from back
Yep.
in the 80s. So like the company owns the copyright from 1984.
Right, but this game I'm pretty sure came out like in 2015-ish.
Yeah, 2015.
So I originally got this game on PS4 all those years ago when it first came out, like new. And I maybe put in 6, maybe 7 hours or so on it before I traded it into GameStop again because the cumbersome menus on this
Especially
game,
on a console.
especially on a console controller, it was terrible.
I could, I could,
Pauses between your phrases are cracking me up.
I could
You're
see
like,
how that would
imagine.
suck.
A
So-
console controller.
Yeah.
It
And
was so loud.
There's games that I have loved on PC and hated on console.
Dragon
I
Age
feel like
was
this
one
would
of
be
them.
one of for
Right.
sure.
Which one?
Dragon Age
Age.
Origins.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be one of those games. And I think, Jarnad, you were saying a lot of your friends that play this game play in VR, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of what they're shooting for.
It
Is they're
would be
kind of shooting
amazing
for
in
that
VR.
that like VR feel, right? Like you have to like unlock your mouse and like look over, and like if you had a headset, it would be pretty cool. Like it would feel really immersive the way that they've set it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a perfect
So
VR game, like because you're sitting in a cockpit and like you don't get that motion sickness that you would get otherwise. What were you saying, Chief?
So yeah, I was saying like I lost my train of thought. So
I'm
So
just
saying-
laughing,
so
I'm
coming
laughing at
back-
angry. I'm sorry.
so coming back to the game, like all those years ago, playing it on the PC, it was better in a sense. Like it was easier to navigate the menus and stuff. But I will say this: there was not like auto launch, auto dock, auto everything with vanilla game. Like none of that was real. So like the real, like even in the tutorial, like landing in the place and all that stuff, like that was a nightmare. Navigating the menus to put down your landing gear and all this stuff. But yeah, so still in my back of my mind, it was Space Menu Simulator
So
in the back of my mind. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't really do it for me again, but it was still fun to fly around and try and find stuff. But again, once I got stuck in a menu, I was like, okay, well, I'm just not gonna play menu games.
I do admire their like dedication to making 90% of their UI diegetic, where it feels like it's like a menu actually in the ship.
Yeah.
Like, and I do appreciate that. It's just
it looks cool.
I wish they would have just like changed the navigation around a little bit so it was a little simpler
And, like-
easier to move around.
Like even when you're running around the first-person shooter missions, like you're running on for FPS, like you run up to a console or terminal, and if you're not standing in the right spot when you access it, you can't see anything because like it's like it's your view, and it's not like it doesn't like take up the screen as a menu. It's like it's what your person would see.
I wanted to say that, like, come on, like, if we have space travel, we'd probably be able to have like good like user experience. But then I remembered like 90% of the cars out there and their terrible user experience with that little LED screen that you like.
Yeah.
So now
I'm just
all
gonna
the UI
say,
makes
at
sense in this
least-
game.
I mean,
At least
I
you didn't implode in these spaceships.
Are we going to Ocean Gate now?
I mean, I'll say like I feel like these developers have a vision for what they want this game to be, and I think they have stuck to it, which I think is really
Yes.
commendable.
I agree.
I think that is very commendable, especially in the environment we're in, where it's about getting more users in, like making it more accessible. I feel like they've kept their vision and they've stuck to it, which I think is commendable.
I agree.
Very good.
Okay, so
Very good.
Angry.
Yes.
Did you want to talk about Ocean Gate?
Oh, I don't know. I was supposed to, but I mean,
You just drop stuff on us like we're supposed to present.
I
out of
love
nowhere.
it so
I know.
much.
It's good. It's like, oh, whew, whew.
We're not prepared for this, folks. We
This
think
is
he's
happening
leading.
live. Yeah,
I'm producer.
he just drops the bomb on us that we're divorced and you're getting adopted.
No, you're. We're getting
Uh,
divorced. You're getting adopted.
So
Oh.
I think we all know, but the billionaires went down in the sub, and someone forgot to charge the controller before they left, and so the sub imploded.
Yeah. Well, they were using a
And,
Logitech controller.
Yeah, and then
Not much logic there.
That was
we
the-
as society
the
have
fail?
collectively mourned and made hilarious memes about their death.
I don't think anybody mourned. I think it was all memes.
They haven't officially like told like what actually happened with the bottom. It was just the most likely thing seems to be that a failure in the seal.
I mean that makes
Well,
sense.
I mean, we know it was an implosion, though.
Seal.
So, like, what are the
But
odds
it-
that this is
but
a
it did spawn so many wonderful memes, which I'm
Yeah.
about to show. One of my favorites.
I mean, what are the odds that this is a fake your own death kind of thing, so those billionaires can get out of?
Well, I think they found the remote at the bottom of the ocean.
They did. I saw that picture.
Yeah, they brought up like part of the ship, and it was so cram and compact together that it fit inside of a
I'm
trash
just
bag.
picturing they have some type of like self-destruct abort thing where you're like XXYYBABA and the sub implode.
Like a cheat code.
Up, down, left, right, left, right. Oh, we got some great
Wait.
memes with that.
They're like, wait, what cheat code did you just enter? I don't know, just the basic one. Oh God!
It was respawn.
All right. So here's one of my favorite memes. Yeah, it's it. Titanic.
Oh, I
ended
loved that one.
Oh gosh.
Blip. Like a speck of sand, but it's still there. That one's great.
It's like, so, like, I don't, like, I was talking to somebody about this, and it's like the idea of joking about it, it's like, it's tragic, like, that people died, but at the same time, it's also kind of funny.
Yeah, they died in a funny way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
do you feel
An
bad for-
instant funny way.
True.
Yeah,
Thankfully
yeah,
for that.
painless,
Though,
funny way.
there was a story going around that I saw that was that the sub itself had like a tour thing going around, so it had like musical cues, and when they were going down, it kept on resetting. Like this was I don't know where people found this, but like they claimed that it kept on resetting, so they had Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" playing on repeat while their oxygen just kept going out. I was like, that's a horrible way to die.
Huh.
At least they imploded, so they didn't have to go through that.
Right.
Yeah.
As you all have noticed, we all have brand new AI Midjourney. Cheers. Screw the artists. AI avatars. But I came across this thread and someone asked Midjourney to create some female warriors from each country. So we're gonna go and take that real quick.
Oh boy.
So here's Greece, right? You know, got a little bit of armpit hair.
Is
but other
the
than that,
US going to be a fat one?
Oh, I was gonna say something about which one of these would you most want to bang?
All right.
Okay,
Alright.
well, yeah, okay, keep an eye on it. So we got 20, right? So we got Greece.
Oh my god. I gotta take notes.
All right.
Yeah, that's what. There's way too many. I scrolled down through there, and they're all. kind of
Everybody
the same
get out
way,
your
so-
pen and paper.
There's Spain.
Their faces look the same.
I know. Russia.
Hmm.
Poland. Ireland. Ireland's the hottest so far, I think.
Oh, I don't
Italy.
know.
Oh,
Shouldn't it be a redhead?
Israel.
Why do they all look like they're taking a selfie?
Because they're women.
We're all just getting slowly turned on during this process.
Like
I've
they're
got this
holding-
jazz in my ear. I'm like,
It looks like they're
Iran.
holding their arms out and holding a
Charlotte's like Iraq,
Iran.
China,
China.
Oh, Egypt.
China.
Here's Australia. Australia has a
and
modern
Modern warfare thing
I
going
know.
on there.
Wow.
That's
I don't
weird.
Know, I don't know how her goggles are connected, but they are.
They're just up there.
New Zealand.
Probably a neck pipe.
What's up with the face painting?
There's Maui.
New Zealand ain't okay.
Maori.
Alright.
Like the Maori warriors. Is it Maori, guys? I don't remember.
I don't know. Keep going.
Japan.
Nice. Samurai.
Korea. It looks kind of
Very
cyberpunk-ish.
cyberpunk. Yeah.
See, what you can't see is that's actually a robot.
Greenland. I don't know why Greenland was on here.
They don't have any warriors.
Canada.
Nice.
Very similar to Greenland.
Hey, China.
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 Ecuador. Mexico.
Looks like Native
Where-
American.
Where is Ecuador?
It's in South America.
Somalia.
thought so.
Along the equator.
U.S.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I knew it.
Anyway.
That's a warrior?
Yeah.
A coupon warrior.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's who the British lost to, though. So that's got to be embarrassing
Oof,
for them.
that is rough.
I didn't see the British on the list.
That's true.
Ooh.
That's
Because
because
the
they would
British
have
and
a bunch
the
of bad
Germans
teeth.
all
They would have
lost
a bunch
to
of bad
that.
teeth and fat.
Yeah.
Anyway, that.
That was good.
Ah, did y'all hear about Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg going to fight?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who do
okay.
you think would win?
Yeah. Let's take votes.
Mark Zuckerberg's
Zuck.
got that lizard energy.
Yeah,
I'm
that
going
guy is
Elon Musk.
definitely he's gonna pull out like a "this isn't in my final form" kind of deal.
Yeah,
but
Elon
Yeah.
Musk
what
is
if they play
definitely going
what
to
if-
transform like Frieza.
What
I
if
mean,
they
Yeah.
fight in the wintertime? The lizard, like the cold-bloodedness, would not help him at all.
Yeah, but this
Oh.
is happening now.
See, I
And
think
Elon,
Mark Zuckerberg would be more of like a lightweight, kind of zipping around, like moving like a snake. And
Zippity
but-
zap.
yeah, but Elon, if he lands one punch, I feel like Elon secretly can bench like 405 or something.
I know. He
have
has,
you
like-
seen him like surfing, like without a shirt on?
I'll find that
He
picture.
is a
of him.
brick.
dude,
Yeah,
he's like,
man's
his
a
entire-
shit
How much
house.
do we think Jeff Bezos can bench?
I don't know.
We need to look up their
Jeff
physiques,
Bezos
though.
now? Probably
Yeah.
at least as much as RFK.
But I would
I don't
say,
know. RFK is a fucking monster.
What do you
yeah,
think?
okay.
Yeah, look at that man.
Musk-
He doesn't look ready to box.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Musk-
But it's like that old fashioned, like, yeah, see, like.
Look, you put some high waisted
Bully,
swim
bully.
trunks on him, and all of a sudden he's real ready to box.
Look at that.
Buff up there.
He's like 3 feet thick.
He put like a Cybertruck plate in his torso.
Dude,
He's
okay,
like
his like
shirtless, what is it, Kylo Ren, but
Like
with
he-
like body armor under his skin.
he doesn't have like muscle like definition, but his entire torso is one muscle.
Yeah,
I know.
he's got the mass to fucking.
But that's what I mean. Don't you think if anybody would have like evolved some new, more efficient type of muscle or something, it would be Elon Musk? Like, what if that thing is, he's shaped like a fucking apple, but he can secretly like lift a truck.
Yeah, he bench presses a Tesla, so like that's
Man's
what he
built
does.
like a brick shit house.
Man. So,
Wow.
And my
Oh,
money's
wow.
on Zuck though, all day.
your money's on Elon?
No, Zuck.
Oh, Zuck? Well, let's look at Mark Zuckerberg shirtless.
Are you just searching Mark Zuckerberg physique right now?
Yeah, dude, that
No,
guy's
Those are AI generated.
He has paid to have this.
There's a lot.
He paid to have a shit ton of AI pictures of himself be put
No,
all over.
This guy lifts. He does jujitsu. He's a robot.
Oh, man.
He's a lizard.
All of us at once were like,
What is
"Nah."
this one with him and a baby in the water?
All of the insecure, like, no, he can't look like that.
No, that top middle one is fucking Cap though. There's no
This one
fucking
right
way.
here?
Yeah, that one.
Did you just say Cap? What the fuck does
Well,
that
he's
mean?
Gen Z. He's
Fucking Gen Z.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
Gen Z.
What does that? God damn it!
Cap means that
means
you're
BS.
lying.
Your
Cap
Cap.
No
means
cap.
lying?
No cap means you're
No
telling the
bullshit.
Just
truth.
salty, but what
The
if Zuck's
fuck are
been
these
taking
kids saying?
testosterone for a few years? Couldn't he look like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Do
Angry?
you think?
Could he?
Do you think that that Zuck could like needs the testosterone? Like, is it?
Yes.
Well, since he's
Zuck?
a cold-blooded lizard man,
Yeah, Zuck.
then
I would
yes.
say so. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he always had it in him. Oh, all right.
Okay, when the movie adaptation for The Social Network picked Jesse Eisenberg to play Mark Zuckerberg, he does not look like that at all. There's a reason that he picked that little shrimpy kid to play him.
Okay. So speaking of Elon Musk, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but by the way, my money's on Elon Musk.
Yeah, mine is too.
We'll see.
You know, let's make some live bets. Condition on it happening.
All right.
All right.
Gambling addiction.
You guys want to bet about something?
I'll give you
I
good
mean,
odds. I'll
hey,
give you
what's
great
up?
odds.
Who wants to bet me even money that Elon will win?
Who wants to
That
bet on the
Elon will win?
voting
Yeah,
tonight?
I'll bet money on Elon winning.
How much you want to bet?
$10. $10, not 10,000.
Squared?
Grand.
I think Elon would win.
All right, it's documented on the podcast.
All right.
I got $10 on Zuck.
Okay.
I'll take that any day for anybody else who wants to do it. All right.
But speaking of
guess not.
Elon Musk, so the other day, or it's about a week ago now, 10 days, someone posted a tweet where he rejected the word cis. Do y'all know what cis is?
Yes.
It's the transgender version of straight.
Yeah, it's what transgender people or
Wait,
more,
it's a trans version of straight.
it's what trans people call straight people.
Straight people.
Cis.
Why?
They don't call them normal like everybody
No,
else.
it's not the straight. It's the gender, like normal gender.
No, it's
Straight versus gay is with
No,
It has to be
Wait.
straight because it's like if you're
Straight is normal.
well, no, because cis is you identify with.
yeah. You can be cis
You're
and gay.
given.
you can be
sex,
cis gay.
right? Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
that
No.
just means you're a man who likes.
Why
men.
are you gay?
Why?
It means you identify with your sex, basically, is what cis is.
Like if you were trans and lesbian, that could be a thing, and
That's
you
so
would just still like
confusing.
women. That's what I am.
Well, in that case, we all are, I guess. Huh?
Keith losing it over there.
Anyway,
Well, anyway, cis
So
is a made-up
cis.
term anyway, but continue. So,
the first time I heard it was actually in like 2012. Was when do y'all know who Penny Arcade is?
Yep.
I know you do.
Nope.
About him. I know. Look
I don't think so.
at
I
these.
don't know.
Oh my
photos.
gosh. Oh man.
Why don't you tell us?
Yeah, Penny Arcade is a webcomic from 1999 that I think it's still running Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like very much nerd culture, game culture, and stuff like that. Their big thing was they like where they really took off was after E3. Do y'all know what E3 is?
yes.
Okay. So after E3,
I used to watch E3 on G4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with what's her name? Olivia Munn.
Yes. God, she's so hot.
Oh gosh, she is gorgeous.
But after E3 said basically no fans can come to E3 anymore, Penny Arcade decided to put together a fan expo for games. So basically inviting
PAX.
a bunch of developers. Penny Arcade Expo PAX. Phenomenal if you're a gamer and you've never been to a PAX. It's wonderful. It's a great time, or at least it
It's
was
great.
last time I went, just a couple years ago. But Penny Arcade made a comic. I don't think it's still up. Let me see if I can find Dick Wolf's comic.
Oh god.
Oh, it is still up.
I love this one.
Basically, it's playing on the trope in MMOs where like you get a quest to rescue 5 slaves. And so the hero comes up and rescues 5 slaves, and then the 6th slave is begging the hero to save him, and the hero refuses because he doesn't have to. He's already completed his quest. So the guy says it's like every morning we are roused by savage blows. Every night we are raped to sleep by the dick wolves. Okay.
Oh boy.
And people went nuts, angry at them that they would joke about rape. Like this was, and so people stopped listening to stopped paying attention to they got so much hate mail about Penny Arcade Expo and all that type of thing. And this was the first time I heard cis, was because I bought one of the Dick Wolf shirt. And yeah, people started using cis as a derogatory term for normal people.
I remember that Dick Wolf shirt.
Yeah.
Great shirt.
This is a good shirt.
You still have it?
I think South
Imagine-
Park describes it very well.
It's too small.
Imagine acknowledging that there's normal people and then being angry at them for existing.
Right. All that to say, Elon Musk, our great savior of the social media network, who will defeat Zuckerberg in the Coliseum in 3 rounds, talked about saying that the word cis or cisgender are now considered slurs on Twitter. So you can report anyone who's using that term.
I love it.
I mean, we're getting reported if someone
We don't want
posts
any
this
hate
podcast.
speech.
We get reported all the time.
Spoiler alert, I report us every episode.
Yeah. Actually, it
Classic
probably
Gen
would.
Z over there.
It would be. It would be helpful if we all did just report it, and then we could complain that YouTube's trying to censor us and just have exponential
Yes.
growth.
That'd be great.
PSYOP. All right, just cut that part out whenever we post this.
Yeah, it's a conservative grift.
I love psyops
You love psyops?
and grifters. I love grifters.
All right.
I came across this, and this is not game related. This is a complete segue, but I love this. So we're going to watch this.
I don't
Oh,
know
I've
if I
seen
watched
this. Holy
already.
shit. Is this where he fucking bashes him with the shield?
Oh, good. Okay.
What is going on in this?
Next, VGotM corporate retreat.
Are we doing medieval
yeah.
fighting next
It
time?
looks to be
Yeah, it's medieval
footage from the
MMA.
1600s.
I would be too afraid of James.
Yeah,
No.
I've seen this one. He
Whoa,
beats
whoa,
the shit
whoa.
out of him.
Edit that shit.
Whoa,
Edit that
whoa,
shit.
whoa.
Whoa.
Hold on.
This is how you get
hold on,
stabbed
hold
at the
on.
corporate
Yeah,
retreat.
fucking with the
Hold on.
shield.
Oh,
I'd be way too afraid of Chief.
Well, now we know who.
God damn. God, you're so fucking
You're
dumb.
horrible.
No, he's gonna edit that shit out.
I have to
So
go
it's gonna
edit now.
restate it right.
All right,
It's
we're
gonna
restarting
restate
this.
it right.
It's restarting the
All right.
podcast.
Oh, man.
Take it from the top.
Pack it
Everyone
up.
say the exact same thing we've already said.
Hey, you know, Salty didn't do any spoiler alerts for the shield bashing either, so
No,
I feel like
we
we
didn't
had
do
to
any
scrap
spoiler
that.
alerts for the fat U.S. Woman either.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't know the fat
baffled.
woman was coming up.
Still baffled by Angry earlier, just being like, "Yeah, this conversation's boring."
I'm watching YouTube.
Let's say something interesting.
I'm watching people clean rugs.
You're on the
I-
podcast.
Did you not watch the rug cleaning videos?
I would rather
No.
watch people cleaning rugs.
I legit left to go take a shower and I came back and it was over and I was happy.
Wow.
Let's pull up a rug cleaning video for
No,
the
no, no.
podcast.
We'll get copy struck. We're gonna do this one instead.
Oh, or no. Because people have low attention spans nowadays. Let's get a Subway Surfers clip up there.
I don't know who that is, so no.
It's a phone game, you know, they do
I
it
don't
on
care.
TikTok where it's on the bottom.
So
God,
this.
literally every single one of your ideas sucks.
Why is it so big all of a sudden?
dangerous. And
This is it. 25
My
months in,
ideas
and we
are fun,
finally
you
fall
just
to
don't
infighting.
All right. All right. So this is hands down the most disgusting Call of Duty lobby that this girl has ever been in.
oh, I saw this. This
yeah,
is awesome.
Just FYI, her content is literally finding people like this and reporting them and then posting it on social media for virtue points.
Okay.
God, that's
Can you
so
make
Ready.
it full screen?
So wait, yeah.
I can make it full screen. Hold on. It's going to look a little weird.
Mike, are we gonna be able to hear it?
It's terrible.
Elo,
How did this rug even get this dirty?
I loaded in
Did you
directly into
stop?
slurs. What is happening?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
you did.
Anything?
Poggers.
Can you all hear?
like them.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You can't hear. Oh, shit. All right, hold on. I got to restart. Sorry. You guys will have to hear the bleeped out N-words again. Chat.
Oh shit!
Oops.
There we go.
No, just leave them in.
I love that
Edit
she
out
turned
like
off
the
the
whole-
comments.
15
Yeah, she did.
minutes here.
Okay. All right. So really, the most important thing is honestly not the visual, but rather the
Audio.
audio. So
It's terrible. You
Elo, him.
I'm about to shit in your
You know.
mouth.
I loaded in directly to slurs? What
Yeah.
is happening?
Yes, you did.
Poggers.
Yeah, that's
We
not
don't
a good
like
time
them.
either.
Yeah, we don't like d***ers. Do you like d***ers? We don't like them. What?
So you're disgusting.
God.
You're a sympathizer.
So is your stinky pussy.
You're a
but
sympathizer.
We're okay with that.
Your pussy smells
This
like
is
your
the
wife's
classic
breath.
old internet.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
No, it doesn't.
Gets better.
I know what
Okay.
you've been.
Just fucking.
It's
Is
a
that
baby.
Baby? Oh my god, he's procreated.
This cheerleader that's a lover.
Nice.
Just curious, why?
Not a piece of shit.
Hey, say white power.
And her face is just like.
Hey, Zig Heil.
Wait, why did she kill herself?
They say racism thought. Hey, white power.
To screw her teammates over.
Racism stop.
My eyes have seen the glory of the traveler at the zoo. We watched ourselves in his blood and all the too. We're taking down the Zog machine. The white man marches on.
I was gonna say these guys probably aren't actually racist, but he knows all the
I know.
lyrics.
I know.
You're probably all black.
That's
Oh, at first I was like, these is just
Cheerleader,
classic
I thought you were
trolling.
Bottom of the period.
Bottom of the period? You can't even talk.
Bottom of the pyramid.
You said
God damn it.
period.
No wonder she likes blacks. It's the only thing that reaches your cervix.
This is the greatest video I've ever seen.
I hope someone
man.
takes your kids away. Genuinely.
Oh, jeez.
No, they're good.
She's
They're
cute.
not.
They're good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, it's a
Oh man.
Wow, that was so poggers.
Oh, let's hold on. Let's see if they.
Terrible.
Can we
What
see
does
this?
poggers mean?
I don't fucking know, but she said it in the middle of that clip.
Not some of y'all are more mad at me about me saying poggers than you are about a man teaching his kid to not say. How do you see like the hidden replies?
You can't.
Not anymore.
No.
Oh, there they are, right there.
Oh.
Oh, there's nothing.
Yeah,
there.
see-
She didn't. Oh.
Are all these not replies?
There we go. Unironically saying poggers is worse than slurs. Oh man.
I don't even. What does poggers even mean?
Gen Z.
Oh.
I couldn't fucking tell you. I'll be honest.
What?
It's
Awesome?
a Twitch. It's a
I
Twitch.
guess it
thing.
means
Yeah,
awesome?
it's
I
kind
don't
of.
know.
It's like awesome.
Oh.
Is it?
It comes from PogChamp from Twitch.
What is
What?
that though?
Yeah, what the hell?
I
I
guess
spend
that's
way too much time on the internet, and
You
I don't
don't.
know. I've never even heard of this.
That's
Maybe
so
all my
pog.
time is spent watching rug cleaning videos, but I'm there.
Poggers is my new
Hey,
word. I'm gonna say that in every.
you're
I'm
not
5
sure
minutes into
one
a nice
poggers.
10-minute rug cleaning, and let
Hold
me
on,
tell you,
time-
it's awesome.
Is that
Time out.
not like
Jo-
play of the game? Is that not where that comes from?
John, if you're trying to show this on the stream, it's not on the stream.
Oh, I'm waiting to show.
Oh, okay.
It's just,
All
it's
right.
just a splash screen right now. Thank you though.
I was on her side. I think she did the right thing.
Oh, that's the guy who's reporting our stream.
What if she just getting those people to go on there and say those to create content? Like the
It's a good
opposite of what
idea.
we were planning to do earlier.
It's a good idea.
They get to have a fun time. She makes money. It's perfect.
Speaking of Call of Duty stuff, did y'all hear about the Nick Merckx issue?
No.
No.
So there's two influencers, Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman, who were going to have like a cosmetic bundle being sold on Call of Duty, I think Warzone.
Okay.
And I can't find the tweet, but Nick Merckx basically tweeted and said, "Just leave kids alone," in reply to like some sort of pride thing, like there was some pride event, and they're like, he just says, "Leave kids alone." And Call of Duty, Activision Blizzard just removed his things from that, just completely removed it. And so then literally like Dr. Disrespect called out uninstalled Modern Warfare, or was it Warzone, and then Tim the Tatman was like, I don't want any part of this. And, like all these influencers are backing out of like supporting Call of Duty because they got rid of a guy who said just leave kids alone.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That they're supporting and that they're backing out to support him.
Yeah. This one's my favorite Call of Duty thing,
That
though.
doesn't seem like a controversial opinion to me.
Yeah, you would think.
Careful. Careful. Let's not get banned on YouTube here.
You're gonna offend all the MAPs that
Whoa.
watch our stream.
Yeah. Maps belong against the wall.
Oh my god.
They belong nailed to the wall.
So this is a Call of Duty player. He's playing a new game, X Defiant. And unfortunately, if I can... it's going to be so blurry, y'all aren't going to be able to see it. Basically, he complained about the aim assist on here. No reason to hear sound. And he just literally cannot hit him without aim assist. And so he complains. And it was just funny because controllers and oh wait, Happy Hawaiian's a console player.
Ooh.
Hey, I bought a laptop. It's in the mail.
Oh, that's right.
Right now.
PC Master Race. This is
Did
a
you?
good meme.
I did, yeah.
I love that one.
Getting delivered soon.
What'd you get?
I put it in the Discord.
Did you?
Yeah. I asked, I
Yeah.
was like, hey, should I buy this? And then like two
You
people
did?
said, yeah.
He did.
I wouldn't not buy it, and then I bought it.
Okay, I'm looking at him.
Yep. So yeah, how about that Pride Month?
I've
I'm
noticed.
feeling it in my blood. I got a hard on right now.
Have you seen that meme where it's like the like I'm the captain now, but it's like
Yeah, look at me.
every company in July, it's like look at me, I'm gay now.
I like the one
I'm
where
the
it's
gay now.
I'm something of a scientist, and it's like I'm something of a gay man myself. Or the how do you do, fellow gays?
You do, fellow gays.
I will say this. Oh, that's funny.
We'll get to that in a second as soon as you're done.
So I'll say this though. Ever since the whole Bud Light fiasco with sales and then Target losing $10 billion in 10 days because of their Pride stuff, Walmart, like my local Walmart, there's not a single gay Pride display anywhere in the entire store. Like I remember last year, like they had rainbows and unicorns and butt monkeys everywhere in that store.
But oh yes, the gate has been here.
I can't get it out
Coming
because
for
you
you.
started laughing. But this year, like on June 1st, I'm like, okay, here they come. Butt monkeys are going to be out in the trees again. It's like they're coming out. There hadn't been a single display, and it's made me so happy.
That reminds me of something I was going to talk about. So like Joe Biden invited a bunch of like Pride influencers, like non-binary influencers.
Oh
to the
yeah, I
White
saw
House.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
glad
yeah.
we got to stop seeing that person's tits.
Oh my gosh!
After like a day
literally, like they do it, and like every conservative Twitter person on is like retweeting and be like, "Oh my gosh, look what Joe Biden's doing!" And it's literally this transgender
It's literally
covering
like,
his
this is
tits.
so terrible. Look
he's,
at
like,
these
doing-
tits. Look, they're
Look
so
at these tits
terrible.
over and over and over. Like,
I hate that I have to keep staring at them.
and then there's a
But they're
conservative.
man
I
tits.
want to see.
And
They're
then there's
man tits.
a conservative guy who's like, you know what? Those tits were
I can
pretty
appreciate-
good. Yeah, I like.
What
those
should I
tits.
search to find it?
Joe Biden man tits.
Joe
White
Biden
House
White House
boobs.
tits.
White House boobs.
Just go to whitehouse.com.
The first thing is Jose Montoya exposes breasts during White House Pride. There it is. First thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, wild.
Yeah. So
Another good thing that's happened is affirmative action has been
yeah. Supreme Court
shot down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means that Ketanji Kutakinte Jackson's going to leave the Supreme Court because she was an affirmative action.
It's only for
hire.
colleges.
Well, yeah. And then you have his
I'm just like, when I don't know what's going to come out of your mouth, and it's scaring me and exciting me at the same time.
his press secretary. His press secretary.
I've got
Like,
the
I'm-
mute
what
button.
she's
I'm
gonna
I'm
go.
ready to
nervous,
serve
and I
her
also-
mute.
I'm so nervous right now.
I'm ready to serve her mute.
No, just his press secretary. The gay black one, whatever. Like
I'm so
she's so
scared
proud
right
of it.
now.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything like bad.
I
No,
wouldn't
like
say anything like this.
How is butt monkeys bad? Like, seriously, how is
It
that
was
bad?
really funny. It was really funny.
Oh, it's my
maybe
it's
the
my,
Walmart's just smart because my Walmart is wall to wall Pride Month stuff. So they're just it's like targeted ads.
Maybe. I don't know.
you live
They're like-
here.
They're like,
Wait,
happy
where do you-
Hawaiian
They
goes
just
here.
know what you've been searching online.
Yeah.
Well, my
That's why-
Walmart doesn't have it.
That's why it always amuses me when and like TikTok is like so good at like their algorithm. It always amuses me when like somebody's like, TikTok's so bad, it's just full of women in bikinis. I'm like, that's literally what you click on. That's why it's there. I don't have to see that,
But I want to.
but I want to. So before today, who's voting for RFK?
I probably would.
Oh,
have.
I was
Well,
probably
too.
voting for RFK, but it's over
What do you mean
Wait,
it's
who's-
over?
because he came out and he was bashing that they were overturning
He
affirmative action.
bashed the affirmative action decision.
Oh.
Well, he
Um,
can't be all the way like in the middle. Like he has to appeal to the
That's what I'm
crazy
saying,
leftists.
What?
Yeah, but then he
Chief's
also
starting
said
to
he
sound
wanted
like
to
a
get rid of
Democrat
guns.
over there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, if there's one thing that ChiefGiraffe is, it's a Democrat.
So it sounds like it. Your Walmart's full of butt monkeys.
Last year,
Mine
Sound
didn't have
like
any
somewhere
butt
a
monkeys
Democrat-
last year. So I
Republican
think
is.
yours
So
is
angry.
unique.
Angry, you said your Twitter timeline's full of this guy. What's his name again?
Peter Hotez.
Okay.
Because I
Oh,
clicked
yeah.
on some of the stuff whenever he and Joe Rogan were fighting, and so now it thinks I want to see all of his posts. It's
So-
just Peter Hotez and a bunch of women in bikinis.
Peter Hotez Amaranth. Peter Hotez Amaranth.
I don't
Trans
think I
boobs.
follow Amaranth.
What?
wait, is he really a health expert? That guy?
Yeah, he's like a doctor in Houston, I think, and was like super pro vaccine and all this, and
He went on
so
Joe Rogan.
he went on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan made fun of him for being fat, which
Yes.
was awesome.
Yeah. He talked about how he's like, it's like we need to be healthy, and then Joe Rogan's like, well, you don't look very healthy. And he's like, well, I eat a lot of donuts.
He was like, "You don't
Oh
think
my
you're
God.
fucking retarded."
Huh.
I need to know what episode this is.
What's
And,
what's his name? I need to write that down.
Peter Hotez.
Peter what?
Hotez.
Peter Hotez.
Hotez.
Yeah.
Hotez. This is probably
And
going to be
RFK
counted
went
as
on there.
harassment.
Peter Hostess.
Yeah, RFK went on there and was talking about vaccine stuff, and so then Peter Hotez was like, "Oh no, everything he said was wrong. It's misinformation." And Joe Rogan was like, "Well, come on my show and like debate him. You know, like if
Makes sense.
you really like got the truth, like tell everybody, make him look like an idiot." You know, and he wouldn't do it. And then he was like, "I'll offer like $100,000 to a charity of your choice if you come do this." And he still wouldn't do it. And so it just made him like look obviously like a douche. And then the funny part now is since I clicked on some of the like
Whoa! You're saying that old
Commission.
man standing next to him was RFK?
Yeah.
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 That's-
This is
that's
him
RFK
benching a
benching.
Briggs.
I weigh a lot more than that.
Hold on, you're gonna edit this out now too.
I know.
Oh,
that one
man.
wasn't my fault.
Oh man. Oh
Wow.
man.
Wow.
It's
Ding.
falling
Yeah, you guys
apart.
gave me so much shit earlier.
All right,
It's
Which is
falling
just
apart. It's all
let's
falling
just
Wait,
apart.
hey,
all
If
go
you
ahead
hadn't
and
Hawaiian,
said
what-
anything, no one would have known.
I know.
Man, holy cow!
And what
Yeah,
screen
he's-
name does
no,
that correspond
hold
to,
on,
Hawaiian?
Hold on. He said he's benching a Briggs, and then someone on here said,
Oh, what? Just do it again.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh my god.
You're just poking fun at it now.
Oh man.
someone on here said, I weigh way more than that, with a clear light around them. So I did nothing here. So it's all brought up.
Except for your repeat. I'm just kidding. Wait, how old is that guy?
70
70.
something.
Man.
69, perfect age.
He's only lifting like 115 pounds.
Yeah, he's not applying to be America's
Okay, so
president.
I
He's
mean,
applying
I'll
to be
admit,
America's
I was
daddy.
voting for RFK primarily to get a like a picture of him and Putin together, shirtless on horseback.
Right. I mean,
That was
But
inclined, too.
the affirmative action thing was too much for me, so it's not worth it anymore. But I
Who are
do
you
feel
going to
like
vote for
now that
now?
we're at war, now that we're in
Trump.
Russia, we got to have a president that can appear shirtless.
That is true.
That's true.
I'll be honest. I don't know. Never mind.
So Hillary Clinton? Is that where we're landing on this?
No, be honest. Be honest, Salty.
Yep.
Yeah, be honest, Salty.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
be honest, Salty.
nah.
To be honest, who did you want to see shirtless? We're waiting.
Yeah.
Chris Christie.
Is it Jarnod?
Just Christy.
Do you want to see Jarnod shirtless?
Oh yeah.
No.
Let's see if your chest hair is as well manscaped as your beard.
Well, I really I have to know what you were going to say, because if it was too much for this podcast, like it's got to be just awful.
No, I'll willingly say a lot of stupid stuff. I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Oh man.
Then you're in the
Unsubscribe.
center of my grid, and you're just like staring at the screen, like I don't know what.
How did I get here? What life decisions led me to this point?
Record scratch. Or you're probably wondering how I got here.
How did I get here? This is not my wife. This is not my house.
I was thinking Emperor's New Groove.
Okay.
Oh, I love that movie.
I got you.
You got the
alright,
Emperor's New
and
Groove?
He's
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
I
like,
got you. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
yeah. What a great movie.
That was an incredible movie.
All right, so
It's time. Okay.
y'all are aware of like what hardcore Diablo looks like what kind of that genre is, subgenre.
Whoa,
like-
whoa,
it's like
whoa,
If
whoa.
you die, you're like, you got to
Permadeath.
restart, right?
Yeah, it's permadeath. All right, so
Permadeath. Wow.
yeah, like your character's gone. So yeah, this guy, the first player to reach hardcore level 100 in Diablo 4 saw their character die when their game disconnected. Well, the reason why the game
Wow.
disconnected was because the server went down because microtransactions cash shop went down for a few minutes. So Blizzard pressed the button to shut down all the servers, which caused this guy
They shut down servers because they couldn't have microtransactions for a
Mhm.
few minutes.
Yep.
Oh
and
my
that caused the
god.
first hardcore player to die, or first level 100 hardcore player to die.
Wow.
Did they give him his character back?
Embarrassing.
Nope.
That's ridiculous.
He's gonna have to
You
go
can buy
buy
it
his
back.
character back yeah, from the cash shop.
If that was you, do you keep playing Diablo, or
No.
I don't think I would.
No, I wouldn't.
I really want to get to endgame Diablo because like I had a lot of fun building builds and stuff like that in 3. But I will say I'm like midway through it and it's dragging a little bit.
I don't know. Endgame is hard, right? I feel like
Depending
I
on
don't
what end game you're doing.
Have you
I feel
played
like
Diablo before?
I feel like I've never been happy with endgame of any game, because it's like I get to that point and you're just like Like what else? Like you just do dailies or whatever until.
That's because you've only played games with dailies. You didn't get to end
well-
game in like vanilla WoW.
Well, excuse me for being too young.
Yeah, you should apologize.
Yeah. Salty, you apologize too.
Yeah, Salty
Yeah.
apologize.
Wait, what?
Yes, salty.
Salty and
I
Ninja,
apologize.
Ninja
I ain't
apologize.
apologizing for shit.
I feel like games are meant to be completed, and once you complete them, you move on, and that's fine. And every once in a while, you go back and you play it again.
So I have a question. Would where's Elite Dangerous fall in that category?
I mean, I feel like that's like a really fun. Like every once in a while, you pick it up and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, whatever." There is no end game. There is no end game because you just keep doing whatever you want. You do whatever you want, right? But if there's a
In-game
game,
traditionally refers to after you complete the bulk story of the game. and then
But there
whatever
is no
left for you to
story.
do. Yeah, so
there is
would
no
be
story in
end
Elite
game for that
Dangerous.
game.
Yeah, precisely. Thanks, Ninja.
Right. It's just
Or
a game.
alternatively, you could argue that the entire thing is in game.
It's true.
I don't think Witherbottom likes that argument.
No.
His silence is very.
No.
Silence is compliance,
just like-
Witherbottom.
Oh my gosh.
Violence is violence.
Oh
No, I'm
God,
just
shut
like,
up.
it's just like every game I've played, when I get to the point, like, whether it was World of Warcraft, when I like max out my level or like whatever, like I get to that end point, and it's like, okay, I'm done with the game. I'm gonna go find something else to do, right?
Yeah. I wish that was the case for me with Destiny.
Go ahead.
And like at this point, I haven't reached that point in Elite Dangerous because I haven't bought a fleet carrier and whatever. Like maybe once I get to the point where like, okay, I've bought the most expensive ship you can buy. That's it. Like there's nothing else to do. I'm done.
The classic materialism trap.
I haven't gotten to that point in this particular game. But most every other game I play, like all the MMOs I've played, all that, like you get to that max level and you're like, well, now what? Like what else is there to do? And I feel like end game is always kind of a letdown in my experience, personally.
Not mine.
Well, I'm glad you got to experience Vanilla WoW in all its glory.
You could have played Classic WoW.
Could have.
In fact, I'm going to suggest it soon.
I would play that.
Do we want to talk about the Xbox game showcase or just be like, who cares?
I care.
Wait, who plays an Xbox?
All right, Happy Hawaiian. What you interested in?
The Star Wars game.
Outlaws?
No, there's isn't there like a Star Wars space exploration RPG kind of game?
Yeah.
Is that Outlaws?
I think it was Outlaws.
Then
Outlaws?
yeah, that looks pretty cool.
This one right here, the one that Kotaku says Star Wars Outlaws Backlash proves we need more women protagonists.
Oh.
Even though every single woman in the or every single protagonist in the Xbox showcase was a woman.
Wait, so yeah, I thought you could just pick to be a man or woman in the game.
I'm sure you can. It's just every single showcase at the or every single game at the showcase was had a woman, usually a black.
And then
woman.
there's also a new Fable game, I think, right?
Oh yeah, that was an ugly woman. I don't understand that one.
Wait, they're making Fable? What, Fable
They-
4?
They're
Well, they got to
remaking
put
Fable.
lesbians in games too, Jeremy.
That was weird.
Wait, they already did a Fable 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
What was the other game? There were a couple games that were exciting. But this was like a month ago, so I don't remember. I have a Gen Z memory.
I like
When
the
did-
Fable games. Those were fun.
When did we get to the point in the gaming industry that like have to make up an exact replica of reality in order for the game to be okay?
Oh, when they
Is
started
that
making
true?
simulations.
Oh, it's like every game has to have some reflection of reality now, or else it's not acceptable.
I mean, I'm
You
nominating
have to-
BattleBit
Have
or
to-
voting for it. That's not
Is that
even
a-
close to reality.
No,
I think he's talking about like take Hogwarts Legacy for example, right? Like there was forced lesbianism, there was forced transism,
Was there?
all this, and yeah, they were like there were gay characters, there were trans characters.
Like they put a spell on you and you turn trans.
No, I'm saying
That's
that
a
those
polyjuice
characters were
potion.
in the game.
Oh.
So like having those types of things in games nowadays just to appease the masses is basically what it, like. I mean, it's just think about it like with TV shows. Like every new TV show, like first pilot episode is like, okay, here's our gay person, here's our trans person, here's our, you know,
Is that not
Don't you
more
questioning
insulting
person-
than just?
Don't you know
Well-
that 50% of gamers are women and also 13% of gamers are black, and they like make 55% of the violent crime in video games?
That's a great joke. I love that.
yeah.
I
It's
mean,
all
for me, like in the video or the TV series, I feel like the first season is great, and the second season, all of a sudden, everybody's like gay or whatever, and it's like this. Like the first season was like awesome, and then you go watch the second season, all of a sudden they try to add all this other stuff in.
Are we in the
Just
first
like-
season or the
better.
second season of VGotM? Because I'm trying to figure out when I get to,
We're in the third season.
I think we're in the third season.
be gay with y'all.
Yeah.
are we all about to be coming out?
I've
I
been
came
out.
out a long time ago. I was the bravest.
Who's the closet giraffe?
Beef. I've always had feelings for you.
Okay, Witherbottom. Why do you think I put your name next to me in the video?
I
Okay.
know. I saw it. Oh.
Wait, why in the intro video are Witherbottom and Chief just like riding on a dolphin together?
Why are they slamming ass?
Slamming ass.
Why are y'all slamming
With
ass
hearts all
in the
around
intro
them.
video?
Oh,
I know who
man.
the bottom is.
Oh, man.
No, I honestly haven't noticed what you're talking about in TV shows. You're saying there's a bunch of gay people in them now?
No, I mean,
Yes.
there's several TV shows that I've watched the first season. And
I don't know if you're being
it's like-
joking or not, Happy.
Are you telling me?
Do you watch television?
I think The Last of Us had the best gay couple.
Yeah, that gay sex was just totally fine.
Yeah. And
What has changed?
yeah.
I watched all of The Last of Us. I didn't see a single gay scene, so I really don't know
Of
what you guys are
what?
talking about.
There's a whole ass
You're-
episode.
It's a whole episode
A
dedicated
whole
to it.
episode of slamming ass.
It's a whole ass
Maybe,
episode.
maybe you guys just are more attuned to what's gay or not. I don't know. Like maybe that says
No,
something.
the whole episode is about two dudes.
You're like watching two guys having sex. You're like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want to assume.
That's not gay.
Neither of them said their pronouns before they started. So
Neither of them said no homo. So that's just, yeah.
Hold on. So if you're the last two people alive in a zombie apocalypse and you start banging it, and you happen to be the same sex, you tell me
Just so
that's gay.
happens.
then why would
Just
you start
happened.
banging?
Yeah, why would you start
You're the
banging?
last people.
You're
Bro,
saying
just,
you
like,
were
print out
away
some
on a
pictures
camping
or
trip
something.
somewhere, and it was just the two of us, and you were like, "Well, I need to slam some ass, and he's here."
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god, that's
I'm glad the corporate retreat wasn't longer.
Essential, like prison banger.
People on a life raft in the middle of the ocean and they start eating each other. Like, does that mean
What
that
if
they're
one of them gets
carnivores?
pregnant?
See, I thought you were looking at us weird on the
You
boat.
have to eat. You don't have to slam ass.
Speak for yourself. But Chief,
Wow.
could you go ahead and maybe list off some of these TV shows that have all the gayness in it?
Well, yeah, like
Last of
you just
Us.
said, The Last of Us, that '90s show. You got there's all these shows.
He's
out
looking
there
for a
that
list
have-
of show to watch.
The Man on the High Tower, and if you guys saw it, that was a
Band of
Amazon.
Brothers. That was super gay, right?
that was
bunch
really
of
gay.
dudes just
Yeah.
like in a trench together.
Yeah. Well, they weren't really in trenches. They were in foxholes. You know what they say?
That's
There's no
even
straight person in
gayer.
a foxhole.
Yeah, I always just say, a hole is a hole, and a foxhole is a
My
foxhole.
back. Come dig a foxhole with me.
I just want y'all to know I'm still. I'm on know I'm still. I'm on like my 10th rug cleaning video. And they've been
Is that
going.
a euphemism?
Yeah, I was about to say, what type of rug cleaning are you
going
watching?
on the second half of my screen the entire podcast.
Hold on. Well, let me ask you one quick
Is
question.
it rug cleaning or rug munching?
What was the game of the month, Angry?
Oh shit! Elite Dangerous. I got it.
But let me ask
Consider
you
your
this,
ass
Angry.
slammed.
In all the videos that you've been watching, does the carpet match the drapes?
Have y'all followed the FTC trial with Sony or Microsoft and Activision? Like Microsoft's trying to acquire.
Yeah.
Apparently, Microsoft. So, what is y'all's opinion of Game Pass?
I love it.
Bro.
I kind of don't like it.
Like it?
I like having.
I like it for now because I was able to like pre-buy it for like $2 a month like 3 years ago. But when it runs out this year, I'm sure I won't like it anymore. Not if I have to pay full price.
What is it, like $15 a month now?
It's 15 a month, yeah.
So during the trial they've discovered, or they had to release, like they didn't redact all the documents they were supposed to. So silly them. But they discovered that like sales of a game that goes on to Game Pass drops 90% over the next year.
Yeah.
So like
That makes sense.
yeah. But what happens like to the like when they hit was it critical mass when like something explodes and like they can't stop it anymore, like Game Pass hits critical mass and they don't have to pay for these developers or these games to be on there, and instead you're going to have a giant amount of they basically just say, hey, you have to be on here, we're not going to pay for you, like we're going to pay you like half or a quarter or whatever, a smaller
Do they
percentage.
pay? They pay for them to, but I thought they just get like it's like Spotify where they get like paid out of like a percentage of time people are playing their game.
Right, but early on Spotify paid a lot more than it does now. So
Well, it's because they lost money every year. Microsoft makes a shitload.
Not on Game Pass. They like, I don't even know if Xbox is profitable.
Xbox is like one of the most profitable parts of Microsoft.
No. Definitely not.
Don't ask Bill Gates real quick.
Yeah. Oh, I'll call him up.
Yeah, call him.
So let me run to Target and grab some Bud Light.
He said he's in the middle of killing children with his polio vaccine in India. Sorry, he can't come to the phone.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm not a big fan of like, and as long as they stay on Steam, I'm not too upset by it. But someone I follow on Twitter brought up an interesting point that they're going to, with Game Pass being introduced, it's going to turn into more of a mobile marketplace in terms of monetization. So like a game that goes onto Game Pass will monetize more like a mobile game with like
a bunch of microtransactions.
Yeah, a bunch of microtransactions, a bunch of like time gating and stuff like that, energy gating, because that's how they're going to make money on Game Pass if they're on there.
Yeah. They're going to put every cosmetic, every single thing behind a $2 paywall with a microtransaction.
Well, what about the counter argument of all the smaller games that no one would have bought that are on Game Pass that people are like, oh, I guess I'll download this because it's free, but I wasn't going to like spend money on it.
But they're technically are spending money by having the subscription to Game Pass.
Right, but they might have bought Game Pass because of all the larger games that are on there. And, and while they're there, they're like, hey, this random indie. I mean, I've done this personally. There's no way I buy these indie games, and I just download them and try them. And sometimes I like it.
So,
long term, it would cause more stress on the industry than it wouldn't make up for the short term like gratification now.
Not to be a downer, let's find something funny. I don't have anything funny. Did y'all hear about the Amazon thing?
What Amazon thing?
The one where like the Amazon shut down the Ring doorbell.
Yes.
Wait, what?
So
I don't remember enough of the story to tell
It
it.
sounds like you were personally affected.
I wish.
No,
I
it
would
wasn't
sue.
me.
So basically, this guy had like Amazon smart home, right? I think he might have only had like external cameras and a Ring doorbell, but the implications, you know what I mean?
Because of the
Oh.
implication.
But a delivery driver, I think it was DoorDash, but a delivery driver claimed that he was called something extremely offensive and racist by the homeowner and complained to Amazon about it, and Amazon shut down his Ring doorbell account so that he could not access his it was a smart lock too, it was an Amazon smart lock. So he literally could not unlock his home
His house?
from the outside. Because someone
Wow.
they found out that it was like a bogus thing. The guy didn't say that at all. They had like the stuff, and Amazon was just like, yeah, locked it down. And then 2 days later, it was like, oh yeah, okay, it's unlocked. And like, that was it.
Wow.
So, watch
So
out
you
for some
sued him, right?
I don't know.
He should.
Want to.
It was on a medium, so
I feel like an Amazon lawsuit pays a shit ton.
one would hope.
Kind of like the
Alright.
booze cruise.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a booze cruise?
Yes.
There could be.
Okay, so no one
There's
has
probably like
voted.
a line in the terms of service that says they can like do whatever they want to your house, though.
Probably.
And everyone just hits
Probably.
accept too.
Next
I
boat
don't
day
know
is
how
going to
well
be a
that
booze
holds up in
cruise.
court. We need to get a lawyer on here. And not a coomer. All right.
Salty.
What?
Aren't you a lawyer?
No.
Don't dox us.
That sounded
Yeah.
like a pretty weak denial.
I
No.
All right.
mean, I'm
All
getting
right.
a degree in
I'm not
criminal
a fed.
justice,
I
but
mean,
He,
are
it's
he
you
was the
guys
only
fed?
one
not
that
a lawyer.
censored himself earlier. He said, "Oh wait, never mind," because he's worried. He's seen all these lawsuits in his day job.
Okay. Y'all ready for voting time?
Already.
Sure.
Yes.
The first game is a recommendation by Salty.
Oh boy.
I love
Nobody's
Colonel
gonna vote
Sanders.
for it.
Tell
I
us
didn't
about
expect
what
anybody
is
to
it?
vote for
What
this
is this
one.
game?
So it's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders. What was the rest of the name? You didn't put the whole name in there.
It's too
And you're looking
wide.
good dating
long.
simulator.
Yeah, a finger
Who the hell
licking good
recommended
dating
Elite
simulator.
Dangerous?
Wasn't me. But anyways, in this game, right, you go to some cooking school and you have to
It sounds like
seduce,
it's a simulator,
you
not
have
a
to
game.
you have
Which
to
we've
seduce.
established we don't do simulators anymore. No simulators allowed. This is video game of the month.
You
Hold,
sound
hold
so
on,
angry.
I like the sound of this one.
You have to seduce Colonel Sanders and get him to give you the
was
secret
gonna-
recipe with all the herbs and spices.
God,
I'm
imagine
gonna
playing this
suggest
for a
Space Simulator now.
month.
And what's even better, it's completely free.
Nice.
Is it a month worth of gameplay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was Elite Dangerous for angry?
It was for me.
Was for me.
All right.
It was
I
free.
feel like there's been very few games
Do
that have been
people go to
a month
KFC
worth
just
for
once?
angry.
That's true.
People
This
go
is
to
Has
true.
there been,
He
has there
does
been
not
any
take
game
well
that
to new
Angry
games.
has played for a month?
Oh yes. Elden Ring.
Yes.
Elden Ring and Satisfactory. Hold on, let's go through the list.
Okay, hang on.
Destiny.
Sea of
Two-
Thieves,
2 out of
Yeah.
25.
Sea of Thieves.
That's
3 out of
Pulsar?
25.
I think
Astroneer.
Pulsar too.
4 out of
Astroneer.
25.
Deep Rock Galactic,
Oh, what a
Tribes of
great game.
Midgard.
Ready or Not, you played.
Yeah,
It
Wizard
sounds like he
101.
played about half the game.
Astroneer.
Here's
No,
the
you
ones
already
I
said,
did.
you guys already said Astroneer. You can't do that.
Here's
I
the ones I
didn't
play
say it.
very much.
I was going down the list.
Here's the ones I didn't play very much. Terraria, New World, Halo, V Rising, then
And V Rising,
Minecraft.
Like, dislike it. It was just like a bad time.
Yeah, Minecraft, StarCraft 2, and Valheim Mistlands in this. Everything else I've played.
For
Like
at
Wars
least an
Hogwarts.
hour.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Warthog.
Like Warts. Great game.
Witherbottom, are you going to like show your receipts now about how many you've played?
I think I've played most of them except for Halo
Oh,
and
that's pretty vague
Astroneer.
here.
No, yeah, Astroneer. I think I missed Astroneer. No, I played a little bit of what was the Pulsar? I missed Pulsar.
Oh, Pulsar was a good one.
I missed that one. But I think I've played everything else.
My lowest time played for any game of the month was 13 hours, and it was Halo.
Halo, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one.
I think
That's
I've
like
only played
that's like
5.
the only one I did play.
I don't even know.
All right, BattleBit.
Oh yeah,
Anyways,
so BattleBit is a 127 127 first person shooter, low poly, but
There's a lot of people.
Yeah,
It's a lot of people.
And apparently has a great like destructible environment thing, weapon upgrade system, and all that type of thing. The gunplay is supposed to be really good. It has proximity chat that allows you to interact with people.
Chat or chat?
Both. And allows you to be very racist, and then you can get called out by that streamer, which is excellent. Yeah, it harkens back to the good old days of the internet where people just played to do shit and not skill-based matchmaking. So, yeah, that's about it.
That one sounds really awesome.
Aliens Dark Descent is a squad-based. I don't think it's co-op. I think it's just single player. But it is a squad. Like you go down, kind of isometric, so it's kind of like above the players. You play as a squad, and you go down and down to the depths of it's like very narrative, like defeating aliens. So not co-op, just single player. But it does look interesting. Squad-based tactical experience. Who recommend Diablo 4?
That was me, but I don't know much about it, so I don't know if I can really.
Well, if you recommend it,
you want Witherbottom to talk it up?
Okay, let me talk about this.
This is a simulation.
I have never
it's a simulation.
I'm be honest. I have never played a Diablo game before.
What?
Oh man!
You can do anything you want.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I've never played a Diablo game before, and I thought this one would be a cool one to be my first. Diablo game.
Diablo 2 should be your first.
Diablo 2.
I played really Diablo 3 first.
Yeah, I played 3 first.
I want to play 4. That's the one I like the look of.
Okay.
But I can't describe it because I don't know what it is.
Outlast Trials. I think that was Angry.
It was. Outlast Trials is multiplayer. I think you can get up to a squad of 4, and you go into these like arenas and solve puzzles and do wacky tasks while there are like other people trying to get you. And it gets really chaotic and really crazy and a lot of fun.
It's really funny.
It is actually pretty funny.
And
Starship Troopers, also multiplayer. I don't know how many people can play in one instance. I think we've had 3 or 4 in a party before, and then you go with a bunch of other parties.
It's like 16 total.
But it captures all the chaos of Starship Troopers. You run around and there's proximity chat, which I love.
Yes. And Chief yells at any person that's younger
very
than 12
in proximity chat. But
it's not my fault they suck at the game.
Go like, make sure that the only good bug is a dead bug.
Up, kid.
Get in the van.
Yeah, you were like so aggressive.
All right.
Everyone else is like, I'll do my part. And you're like, I'm going to microwave your dog.
And then I'll do my part.
All right, Lead Dangerous. This must have been like a typo.
That was
that
a
a meme?
joke. That was a joke. I
Okay.
knew you guys hated it.
Go ahead and describe it.
It was a joke. It's a
Describe
great space game where you can do wherever you
Game?
want.
Yep.
Yeah,
Simulator.
that's right. It's a great space game simulator where you can do whatever you want, and Jarnod and Angry will judge you for it.
It's true. I will.
That's my pitch.
All right, what's Barotrauma?
Barotrauma is a squad-based submarine game. It's a 2D
Too
2D game.
soon. Oh my
I
god.
know. This is topical. It's so
Oh my
topical.
god, it
That
is
is
topical.
dramatic.
So you group up with people and you manage a submarine, but it's on the in the seas of Europa, like under the ice of Europa, in space. So it's like a
It's called.
space
It's pronounced
submarine.
Europe.
Okay.
Huh.
And like each person has a different job. Like there's a person who's like the helmsman, and a person who's like the mechanic that keeps the ship running. There's a security officer who like shoots the guns and stuff. And you float through the seas and you like do missions. And there's aliens that try to kill you, and you can get infected with these people. That like it's all this. It's cool. It's fun.
All right, Grim Dawn. Who suggested that?
I also did.
Oh.
Is this 3?
All right, Elite Dangerous was a joke. Grim Dawn is similar to Diablo. It's a isometric action RPG. Very similar to Diablo 2, where you choose a class, and I think it's been suggested by Jarnod and also Ski Freely.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that old school action RPG where
It's like a Van Helsing, right? So it's like vampires.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not sure if there's vampires or not. I mean, there might be at some point, but you like run around and you kill a bunch of stuff and level up your character and get cool loot and keep going.
All right, Sons of Forest.
That would be me.
Teach us, the wise one.
Well, you all will remember that we played The Forest some months ago.
Yes.
And this is, I mean, I've introduced this game before in previous podcasts, but it is simply the sequel to that game. Picks up, I imagine, where we left off after we left the island for whoever was unfortunate enough to come after us.
Yes.
And I'm not really sure what the storyline is, but I know it's creepy. It's in a forest, and there's some other people there who are probably trying to eat us.
Are there sons?
There's probably sons, if I had to guess based off the name.
All right, Arkham Knight.
That was me. It's just a really fun story, single player, lots of action. It's definitely the best out of the Arkham series because of the Batmobile and the tanks, and you just like the Batmobile. It turns into a tank, and it's very fun.
I feel like reasons. Batmobile, tanks. Batmobile turns into tank.
That's right.
No, I have to say that's probably the most enticing description so far that I've heard.
You didn't like my description about people eating us?
Yeah, what about Battlebit?
Yeah. You don't like going in caves and getting eaten?
I do enjoy
Just
that
a
quite
little
a lot.
snack.
Yeah.
So
Just a little bite of ass.
Just a little ass bite.
So yeah, but Batman Arkham Knight is very good. It's got a great story, and yeah, it's not like multiplayer. It's just a single player story game, but it is fun.
All right, Burnout Paradise.
That's another one that I suggested. I was really just like looking at my games that I have in my library, and I was like, oh yeah, Burnout Paradise. That's a fun game. Multiplayer racing game where physics doesn't matter and the wrecks are amazing. Slow motion destruction of cars and towns, and I think it might be on sale right now for the summer sale. Last I checked, it was $20, but that's like the whole game. You get every piece of it, but yeah, it's a really fun throwback game. I played it a lot on the PlayStation a long time ago, and but it is a fun game.
And Satisfactory.
Yeah, I just threw that up there as another one. We've played it in the past, and I really want to play it again because of the updates that they've put out for the game now. And
We can do that in Nostalgia November.
yeah, that would be fun.
Okay.
It's good.
All right, who wants to go first voting?
I'll go.
All right, Ninja.
Okay, number 5.
Ooh, going backwards.
Whoa.
Yeah. Diablo 4.
Oof.
Number 4. Barrow Trauma.
Oof.
Number 3. Grim Dawn.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know you tonight.
Yeah, I'm going wild card. Number 2. Starship Troopers. And number 1, I'll do Battle Bit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Who's
Now I'm
next?
sad my laptop's not getting here for 5 days.
I'll go next.
All right.
Let's just get this over with. Battle Pit 1.
Oh, baby. Let's go.
Wow, you're leaning into it.
Shit.
Outlast
Wow.
Trials 2. Aliens Dark Descent 3. Sons of the Forest 4. And Starship Troopers 5.
All right, I'll go next. Barrow Trauma 1. BattleBit 2. Grim Dawn
You
3.
vote against your own nomination?
I'm not voting
No.
against.
Wild man.
I think Aliens Dark Descent 4 and Burnout Paradise 5.
I will go. I'm going to do Barrow Trauma 1. I will do
boy.
Starship Troopers 2. I will do BattleBit 3. I will do Grim Dawn 4. And Aliens 5.
All right. 3 people left. Who's next?
I'll go. Let's do. Oh gosh, what's one?
He came unprepared.
I know I came unprepared. Okay, one Arkham Knight. I'll just vote for my own there. 2 BattleBit, 3 Barrow Trauma, 4 Sons of the Forest, and then 5 Burnout.
All right, who's next?
Go ahead, Salty.
All right. 1 Barrow Trauma.
Ooh.
2 Diablo 4. 3 Starship Troopers. 4 Sons of the Forest. And 5 BattleBit.
All right. What you got, Hawaiian?
All right, number 5, Burnout Paradise. Number 4, Arkham Knight. Number 3 has got to be Elite Dangerous. 2 is going to be I Love You, Colonel Sanders. And then 1 is going to be BattleBit.
Wow. What a ride.
Wow.
I think
I
everybody
also
voted for-
nominated BattleBit. I just didn't get a chance to explain it. Jarnod took that. So
Oh, well,
Oh,
what's your pitch?
overwhelming.
no, it seemed like he did a good enough job.
I'm
I
excited.
just wanted to say I also recommended that one. So when you guys love it so much, I'll take all the blame.
Hey guys, this is a low poly simulation of war. Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah. With vehicles and destructibility, and it runs very smoothly because it's low poly and it just focuses on game. It's basically everything Battlefield should be without, and then no good graphics basically.
It's not on sale.
Only $15.
Isn't it like
It's early
15 bucks?
access. Yes.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
It's Steam Summer Sale. I know it's brand
I
spanking
wish
new,
it was
but
$30, but 33% off.
All right. Well, does anyone want to do a quick sign off besides Battle Bit Forever?
This is Witherbottom, Commander Witherbottom, if you are in Elite Dangerous, signing off.
well said.
And that's the way it was.
And that's the way it was. That's how the cookie crumbles.
I like it.